back to weather impacts we go. Certainly a gloomy day out there. Looks like some of our shots are, I don't want to say clearing up, but looking a lot better than earlier.
Yes, Vanessa, there's certainly been some breaks, and we will see some breaks as well as we enter the overnight hours. But yeah, the heaviest rain is just not really in any of these particular spots, except for you can see some light rain there, some drizzle on our Charlotte area camera. Futurecast really doesn't look like a lot of significant impressive rainfall over the next 2 days or so, but we will see some spotty areas. So some of these spots where, we have the heaviest rain set up could certainly pick up an additional 1 inch. But for the most part, I think that our worst rain has ended across the majority of the region. Today, we are still under that medium risk for localized flooding. It shifts farther south heading into tomorrow. Again, this localized flooding potential is certainly not high. You can actually see we were trimmed back a bit with Charlotte and area south, and then we're pretty much out of the risk heading into Saturday. A low risk still, but again, in the grand scheme of things, that's pretty minimal. Here's where the rain is setting up right now. You can see essentially across here, Charlotte, if you put like a little line through it, and area south, but additional rainfall is going to be coming. So again, I don't think we're out of the woods when it comes to some ponding on the roads, but a significant flash flooding risk, I do think we're in the clear with that one. Here's Charlotte right now. You can see closer to the city, mostly dry with just some light little sprinkles here, but southeastern Gastonia over toward parts here of Cleveland County and York, still seeing some pockets here and there of heavy rain. Again, sitting over the same spots, that's what creates that localized risk for flooding. And then thankfully, those storms that had some heavy rain are moving out of Cheraw now. Those are heading toward Dillon, South Carolina, Laurinburg, North Carolina, and we'll see that over toward Lumberton eventually. For areas light rain up in the mountains, again, this won't create significant additional accumulation, but it certainly was those areas north of I-40 that were the bullseye for the accumulation overnight. Here are a few radar estimates. The total's much higher. You can see over toward Greensboro, Raleigh. That was, of course, expected, but this did impact some north or eastern, maybe northern parts here of Anson County as well as Stanley County. You can see a few little isolated spots picking up. Again, these are radar estimates around 4 to 5 inches. And then we had one little strip here on the northern side there of Monroe, seeing about 3 to 4. And then here were some of those higher totals here up in those mountain communities. So 2, 2.5, 3, and then 3.5. And then you can also see northern part there of Iredell County about 4.5. So these are unofficial. These are radar estimates based on how heavy the rain was at certain times, but we'll watch these closely as we enter the overnight hours. Still seeing some heavy pockets of rain at certain places there through 11 o'clock, but notice we're relatively dry heading into Friday morning. Few little sprinkles here, but I think the bigger risk is going to be just slick spots on the roads if folks aren't using caution, and there will be some areas of patchy fog and drizzle. Mostly dry throughout Friday afternoon, again with just some areas of drizzle into the evening hours, and then big final kind of push here of rain for Saturday morning before we're mostly dry Saturday evening, which sets up for a really nice Sunday ahead. So if you needed a day to know the weather was going to be nice to get outside, it's certainly going to be Sunday and compared to Saturday. Saturday won't be bad. We just won't be clearing or really dry until the afternoon. Here's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day. Mid-90s return Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with a few brief shower thunderstorms possible. But for those who maybe aren't a fan of the big heat and humidity, now that we've passed July 21st, we're on the tail end of the hottest time of the year here in Charlotte.
All right.